Steve coming to you as we come up to Palm Sunday, April 2nd, 2023. So the readings for Palm Sunday, of course, we have the reading, the Psalm, the Gospel after the blessing of the Palms. But if you're looking at your readings for what Palm Sunday readings are for this Sunday, it's Isaiah chapter 50, verses 4 through 9a. Psalm 31, verses 9 through 16. Letter to the Philippians, chapter 2, verses 5 through 11. And then we have that passion narrative of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 14 through chapter 27, verse 66. That's our passion narrative. And then backing up, of course, we'll have again the blessing of the Palms. We have Matthew, chapter 21, verses 1 through 11. So what I'm going to do today for our Bible study, we are actually going to look at Psalm 31, 9 through 16, and then we're going to skip the Philippians Bible study, and we're going to skip the Matthew study. There's so many questions, and really, as far as discussion goes in Matthew, we could spend a lot of time in that. But being it's Palm Sunday, and it's a very busy day, and we begin the Holy Week, which is a very, very busy time. If I have a chance here, I'll go over that schedule with you for both St. Andrews and St. Thomas's in Hancock, St. Andrews in Clear Spring, and St. Thomas. Again, I'm Father Steve, the vicar here at St. Andrews in Clear Spring, where this recording studio is, and also the interim rector at St. Thomas's in Hancock. So what I want to do, I want to take a look at Isaiah chapter 50, verses 4 through 9a. Let's take a look at Isaiah chapter 50, verses 4 through 9a. Now a little bit of background on that. Isaiah tried to teach the Hebrew people the laws of God, but they rejected his teachings, using both verbal and physical abuse against him. Isaiah did not give up. He knew that God would guide and protect him no matter how the people treated him. That's a really good point. He did not give up, no matter how bad the people treated him. So anyway, I want to take a look at Isaiah 50, chapter 50, verse 4. Here's the first question from Isaiah. Why did God give Isaiah the tongue of a teacher? Why did God give Isaiah the tongue of a teacher? And that's from Isaiah chapter 50, verse 4. Okay, let's go to a second question from Isaiah, and this deals with Isaiah chapter 50, verse 5 and 7. Isaiah chapter 50, verse 5 and 7. Describe Isaiah's determined attitude. What was his determined attitude? And that's in Isaiah 50, verses 5 through 7. What was Isaiah's determined attitude? Okay, our third question from Isaiah, and this deals with Isaiah 50, verse 6. What was reaction of the people to Isaiah's message? What were the people's reaction to Isaiah's message? And that's chapter 50, Isaiah, verse 6. Okay, moving along here. And this will deal with Isaiah chapter 50, verses 7 through 9. Where did the prophet find the strength to continue teaching God's word? Where did the prophet find the strength to continue teaching God's word? And that's Isaiah 50, verses 7 through 9. Okay? One more question from Isaiah. One more question. And then we're going to move on to the Psalm. What would happen to those who oppose the prophet's message? And this is Isaiah 59. What would happen to those who oppose the prophet's message? And that's Isaiah 59. 50, verse 50, chapter 50, verse 9. Chapter 50, verse 9. What would happen to those who oppose the prophet's message? Okay, now what we're going to do different, we have not been doing the Psalms. So we're going to do the Psalm. As the Psalm is Psalm 31, verses 9 to 16. Psalm 31, verses 9 to 16. So the psalmist considered God to be a source of protection, safety, and guidance. He cried out to God for help. He trusted the Lord for his deliverance. He encouraged others to do the same. So I have 4 questions from our psalm. So we're looking at Psalm 31, verses 9 through 16. Okay, now we're going to look at Psalm 31, verse 9 and 16. The first and the last one we're studying, Psalm 31, verse 9 and 16. And the question is, what did the psalmist desire from the Lord? What did the psalmist desire from the Lord? Okay, good on that? Okay, our second question. Again, there's only going to be 4. And this deals with Psalm 31, verses 9 through 13. Verses 9 through 13. Describe the problems the psalmist faced. Describe what were the problems that the psalmist faced in verses 9 through 13 of Psalm 31. Okay, third question, and this will deal with Psalm 31, verses 14 to 16. Verses 14 to 16. What did the psalmist say to demonstrate his faith in God? What did the psalmist say to demonstrate his faith in God? We go on that last question from Psalm 31. Why do you think that this is such an important psalm? And why do you think it's put into in the lectionary where we have it for Palm Sunday? So why do you think that this is such an important psalm? And maybe a further question, excuse me, why do you think that in the way our lectionary is based, that this goes in for Palm Sunday for our readings? Okay, we good on that? So let me write down some time breaks on the video here so I can let you folks know if you need to do some stop gaps on it. Okay. All right, so we're not going to look at the Philippians reading today, and we're not going to look at the narrative, the Passion narrative of Matthew. So let's just talk a little bit briefly about Holy Week, okay? Now, the folks at St. Thomas's, unless you watch this prior to Palm Sunday, you know that yesterday, which was Saturday, April the 1st, we did the Outdoor Stations Cross at the National Shrine Grotto of Lourdes up in Emmitsburg, Maryland, Outdoor Stations of the Cross. And that's a very way that I've set this up quite a few years ago to do a pre-Holy Week trip up there. Rain or shine, hot or cold. We've been up there for this when it's been cold and rainy, and we've been up there when everybody's been drinking water just to stay hydrated. It's been so hot up there. So now let's say you're watching this at St. Thomas's, and this is Palm Sunday, and you're getting ready to go over wherever you're getting ready to go, and I'm talking to the St. Thomas's people. You're getting ready to go over to the church and get ready for the Palm Sunday liturgy. So Holy Week begins on Palm Sunday. So that's Holy Week. We have the blessing. This is a busy, busy, busy week, especially for the clergy and especially for those who are active in the other things in the church, and the altar guild and the choir and the organists and acolytes and everybody else. So just give you a little bit of background. What I'm going to do the outline or the background of St. Andrew's Episcopal Church in Clear Spring and St. Thomas's Episcopal Parish in Hancock. So here we go. So on Palm Sunday, of course, we have the 2 services, 9 a.m. at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring. Well, actually, and then we'll go back up. We have 7:30 a.m. Deacon's Mass at St. Thomas's with Deacon Kirk. 9 a.m. I'm at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring. Then 11 a.m. I'm at St. Thomas's. Okay, we move on to Holy Monday. Be the Stations of the Cross at 6 p.m. at St. Thomas's. The Stations of the Cross in the church at St. Thomas's at 6 p.m. Tuesday of Holy Week will be 6 p.m. A quiet Eucharist, rite one. A quiet Eucharist, rite one at 6 p.m. inside the church, St. Thomas's. Wednesday at St. Thomas's, 6 p.m., the Stations of the Cross. Wednesday of Holy Week, 6 p.m., Stations of the Cross at St. Thomas's. Now, let's get into the Triduum on Maundy Thursday. Maundy Thursday. I will be the whole time at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring, and Deacon Kirk will be at St. Thomas's in Hancock for the Maundy Thursday. Both services at both places begin at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring, and 6 p.m. at St. Thomas's in Hancock. And both those services involve the Maundy Thursday service, the foot washing, the stripping the altar, all that, prayer vigil, all that goes into place. Okay, so the Triduum begins. Now, Good Friday at 10 a.m. in Hancock, in the park, Widmer Park, is the beginning of the crosswalk at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is the crosswalk. I will have the first meditation in the park. As we come east through town, I will probably have to bail out at some point. Deacon Kirk and myself will be coming to St. Andrew's in Clear Spring for the 12 noon Good Friday service. We have to be here ready to go at 12 noon at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring for the 12 noon Good Friday service. Good Friday at 6 p.m., Good Friday at 6 p.m., we will be St. Thomas's for Good Friday. We'll be at St. Thomas's for Good Friday. Okay? Follow me on that? All right. Holy Saturday. Holy Saturday. There's an Easter egg hunt at St. Thomas's at 3 p.m. There's an Easter egg hunt at St. Thomas's at 3 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., the great Easter Vigil at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring. So on Holy Saturday, April 8th, the great Easter Vigil at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring at 6 p.m. And that involves lectors and readers and acolytes from St. Thomas's and St. Andrew's. And that's at 6 p.m. on Holy Saturday, April the 8th. Okay. Now, let's talk about the day of resurrection, Easter Sunday. I will be doing an outside service, sunrise service, at the Babby Residence on Mercersburg Road at 6 a.m. At 6 a.m. on Mercersburg Road, Clear Spring. That's an outside service, sunrise service. Then, at 7:30 a.m., Deacon Kirk will be doing service, Deacon's Mass at St. Thomas in Hancock at 7:30 a.m. Then at 9 a.m., I'll be at St. Andrew's in Clear Spring for Easter service. And then at 11 a.m., I will be at St. Thomas's for Easter service. So there we go. That's the Holy Week schedule and your study questions for this week. So make it a good Holy Week. Be attentive to what's going on. And I think one of the things I failed to mention is that on Holy Tuesday at 11 a.m. I have to be at our cathedral in Baltimore for the reaffirmation ordination vows and the Chrism Mass and the blessing of the oil of Chrism, the sacramental Chrism, and that will be on Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Requirements. So anyway, as you can see, I would be busy next week, and I'm sure that no, I'm not doing what's going to be busy. So God bless, and let's get through Holy Week.